Happy Tuesday, y'all. Don't mind the laptop in the back with Rekordbox open. Just got some new faster USB flash drives for Rekordbox on Black Friday. Shout out to SanDisk. Ooh, fancy. Um, yeah, so just getting those set up. It's a long process. And it got me thinking about um, if I had to start all over again with this DJ journey, how would I approach it? And that's such a wide-ended question, just from like the skill side to the technology side to the networking side to the business side. But I guess I would start with uh, the the skills, I guess, which really, when especially starting out, I think it's really important as a newer beginner DJ to really figure out the kind of music that you love and the kind of music that you want to share with other people. That should be first and foremost. For me, it was hip hop. That's the music I grew up listening to, that I really connected with. The first kind of music I really connected with, and the reason I say that should be number one is because, especially starting out, you're going to be spending so much time with um, a smaller number of songs than later on in your DJ career, that you really have to love what you're playing, right? Now, that doesn't mean just pick one and stick with it. What that means is that figure out what music you enjoy and use that as a jumping off point to start diving into other things, but always have that core base of what you love, because you'll always go back to that at some point. Um, from there, begin your journey of, I would begin my journey with collecting as much music as possible. With Once I find out what I really enjoy as my base, collecting as much music as possible is so important, but collecting it responsibly. What I mean by that is, you're not just downloading any and everything. You're taking the time to find music that you like, and then getting it in some way, obtaining it in some way, and slowly building your collection. But at the same time, you're curating that collection as well. I know during the blog era, there's tons and tons of music that I downloaded, just willy nilly, just going through it, and songs that I'll probably never ever play, just because I was in a hoarding mentality. But if I could go back, I would begin curating the curation process as I'm downloading the music. That's going to save you so much time later on, just because you're taking the time to really digest and understand the music that you want to add to your DJ collection. Now, once you have a nice size library of music, then it's fine. I think then it'd be finally time for me to um, pick pick up a cheap beginner DJ controller and really pick a software that you want to start DJing with. And this is where it gets tricky. I have been a Serato DJ user since before Serato DJ, when it was Serato Scratch Live. And I'm just very comfortable with that software. I've just used it for so long. I know how to get around it, and it's just muscle memory because of using it countless amounts of hours. But as time has progressed and DJ booths have changed, there's a really strong case to be made with just starting right out of the gate with Rekordbox. Number one, you don't need to lug around an expensive computer to your DJ gigs when you're starting out, so there's less chance of something bad happening, it getting damaged, you getting robbed. All of that gets eliminated because you're just carrying around a couple flash drives. Number two, there's a lot of DJ controllers out now, like the FLX4 that I have, that I've shown in other videos, that do both Serato and Rekordbox. So that would probably be where I would start, because I get to try both using the same piece of hardware, and I don't have to buy two different things. And yeah, just number three, it's just how how many DJ booths. There's so many DJ booths that you'll run into that'll have Pioneer gear with CDJs. You can just plug in a flash drive and go. It's super handy. I know there's a lot of smaller venues might not have that, but there is a sizable amount of them now in the world compared to like 10 years ago, when it was hard to find CDJs at all and there was a lot of turntables out there. So I would get my music together, pick a controller, probably something like the FLX4 that I have now that allows me to do both major DJ softwares. And then it would be time to really hunker down and learn the basics, right? Learning how to beat match, learning some basic scratching, and not just practicing, but also trying to research and dive, especially with the kind of resources DJs have now with YouTube, especially. You can find videos about pretty much all styles of DJing. There's a video for everything, basically, from every technical aspect to just inspirational mixes where you can hear other DJs play. And I think that's where I would spend a lot of time too, is doing the research and not digging not just for music, but digging for content and seeing other DJs and getting an ear for how other professional DJs really play. Building up that taste for that taste level for what a DJ should, sound like, how they're mixing in, where they're mixing in certain songs, what techniques they're using, if they're cutting and scratching or different tricks with like cue points and all that stuff. And then study that, then slowly bring little elements of that into my own DJ setup and how I play. And not to try to add too many things at once. Try to add in one small thing at a time until you can get it down pat, then move on to the next thing. And slowly but surely over time, your bag of tricks will expand and everything will be more solidified if you do it that way rather than trying to jam pack a bunch of things in at once. Just the art of beat matching and song selection, I still think personally that carries like 90% of a DJ set. Even just the curation and song selection alone, right? I've heard DJs that couldn't beat match at all, but they just picked the right songs and the crowd still loved it. And that's a talent within itself. So especially in this day and age of, short form 1 minute TikToks or IG Reel DJ routines where it's super flashy and they're doing all this stuff, like take the time to not just watch that, but go out to other clubs and bars, see DJs live, or hop onto YouTube and watch those, 30 minutes, a couple hour long DJ mixes, and really study what making a DJ set and curating a DJ set really is. It's not just all flash and flare. You're not doing routines for an hour, 2 hours straight. That it just doesn't work. The crowd will get too worn out by that. And from there, it's just that takes care of the musical side, the technical side. Now, the networking side, it's the same thing, just taking the time to go out and meet people in the scene. And most importantly, not asking for anything, at least to start with. Just shake hands, meet people, build genuine relationships with other people in your city or neighboring cities in your local scene. And from there, the opportunities will come. It's happened for me, it's happened to countless other DJs that I know. Being genuine and not being genuine without expectation is the fastest way to really level up in this DJ industry networking wise. Just always keep that in mind. And now, as far as the business side, that is just kind of trial and error, to be honest. You might get booked at for free to begin with. I know I've played for free when I was first starting out. I don't know how how often that happens nowadays. But just take every opportunity as it comes and see where you are skill wise and be real with yourself skill wise and value wise to all the people that give you booking opportunities. And slowly but surely, just, you know, your price will go up. But until then, stay humble, stay focused on the craft, stay focused on the music, and make the most of it. And that's exactly what I would do if I had to start all over again today.